Hello guys, it is me Tazzy and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a bit different. I am recording a Let's Build in The Sims 4, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now, I haven't done one of these for... I don't think I've ever done one of these, ever. I did a few builds and put them up and did run-throughs of them, but I've never actually recorded myself filming and building the house in the process. So this should be interesting nonetheless. I've never done it before. So I hope you guys enjoy. So basically what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just laying it out. I was looking for a sort of contemporary, modern, sort of slightly rustic feeling house. And that's what I tried to approach with on this house. So we're just running through here, just laying down some different things, a few different things that I've learnt from Deligracy watching her videos, and I just generally getting the idea of the house and the building. It took me forever to figure out how like I wanted to put together the actual house. I definitely wanted it to be raised up, and I definitely wanted it to be more of a family home than ever, very open planned. But nonetheless, it took me forever to figure out the actual like building and how I wanted it to be. And you can see me here fiddling around with everything and redoing bits and pieces. Um, and it does take me a while to get it down pat. I mean, this is the first time that I've ever built in The Sims 4, and I'm actually filming and recording it. It's a little bit ironic, but basically, getting to know all the new different um, all the different building like things. We'll call them things like E is fire dropper, K is sledgehammer, B war tool, um, G toggle grid on and off. Disabling gridlock, doing your cheats. I forgot to turn the cheats on, and it wasn't until about an hour into like building it that I'm just like, I should probably do that, shouldn't I? So here I am building that pool. So I really wanted to put a pool all the way around, like wrap around that edge of the house, because you'll see why in a minute, and why it just looks so good. So that was the plan there. It took me a while to figure out like different what tiling I wanted to use, what flooring I wanted to use. Basically because I realized that The Sims 4 has a really like there's not many options out there to use. And I really struggled to choose the right ones. So yeah, here we're just doing a balcony sort of thing. I wanted to change it up a little bit, that sort of thing. Um, make it a bit neat. Over to the right, I know there's no carports technically in The Sims 4, but I wanted to make a carport out of the idea that, it's not, you don't get it in The Sims 4, but nonetheless, if it was a real house, you would have a carport, you would have somewhere to keep your car. So I wanted to put that out there and really create that feeling in it. So now I've sort of moved up to the second floor. I'm trying to like figure out layouts and that sort of stuff, I think. Yeah, I'm doing the layout at the moment of the second floor. And I really wanted to have a balcony looking over the living room and the dining area and that sort of stuff. So make it very open plan, very like um, feeling open and that sort of stuff. I don't know another word for it, guys. I'm sorry. So you can see me here just fiddling around with stuff and trying to figure out why that top part didn't fill in. It took me a long time. At one point, I just sort of gone, no, go away. I'm not even going to bother with you. So that's this point, and I'm trying to do roofing tools and that sort of stuff. I don't claim to be the best builder in the world. I'm pretty newbie-ish at it. But I did really enjoy doing this one. The architecture ideas were definitely there. This point, I finally figured out how to fill up that issue that was going on. And then I was putting down roofing and that sort of stuff and trying to figure out what I wanted. And That's just generally get a good idea of how I wanted to do it. I had this little mini issue that I'm doing at the moment, like the little block on the left hand side that I was really struggling to figure out what sort of roof to put on it. In the end, I just went for like a pointed top thing. My technical um my technical skills in pronouncing what things are is terrible here. Here I thought I'd be really smart and try something out, and it didn't work. I thought putting the stuff on the edge would stop the terrain paint from leaking out, but it didn't work. So, just this is just me like fixing up my dodgy mistake here. But it was a good idea on my behalf, I think. Even though I stuffed it up. Here I am just trying to figure out paint. Again, Sims 4 is very limited in the base game of just paints. That's one thing the Sims 3 definitely did well. They had a huge amount of paints on them. So I finally went for this sort of grey colour. I actually changed this later on, so you'll see that. And I changed it to a more lightish brown colour to match the bricks that will be on the top, on the roof part of it anyway. So we're just going to go through it. You'll see that in a second. Yeah, I'm putting bricks on like the edges and that sort of stuff, and then I go, oh, it doesn't really match, let me change it. So I go, yeah, here we go, the little brown colour. It's sort of brownish grey. So yeah, I'm struggling to keep up with it. Sorry, I was just having a drink there. So basically just doing lining along the bottom and the top and figuring out how I want it to look and that sort of stuff. Front doors, windows. I spent a long time on windows. You guys get a 25-minute video. This took me 5 hours to build. So, oh yeah, at this point I've increased the height of the actual walls on the bottom half just to give it a bit more feel to it. In my opinion, adding higher ceilings in split in what is it called? Yeah, split sort of houses, especially how it's split. You have the balcony going over the top of the lounge room. I think the different heights definitely give it a bit more depth and that sort of stuff. So really fiddling around with windows. I sort of go for this orangey, woodish type window, and I try to do a bit of different patterns. If you're wondering how I'm doing that, I'm using move objects on, and basically allows me to layer things on top of each other. But I end up having to stick with one type and just roll with it. I really wanted to incorporate a lot of windows and do this cool, fun design of windows for the staircase, because the staircase, it's just a boring area. You go up and down it. There's nothing special about it. So I wanted to change it up a little bit. Add some windows. I spent so long on these windows. I actually end up changing them later on as well. So a lot of them end up getting moved around, and you'll see throughout that I change it up a little bit just because it's a rather open, like I've said, open plan, very light, very spacious, very contemporary, modern, sort of rustic type feeling house, and I wanted to keep that throughout. So yeah. What am I doing now? More windows, just a lot of windows. This part here, actually, in the master bedroom, that's the master bedroom. I really wanted you to be able to like look out them if you're at the right height. Like me personally, I would be able to look out them. I'm 6'1", so I'd definitely be able to look out them. But just having that sort of extra light flood through on that side, because technically it only has one wall to the outside where you have a window wall. So just having that extra light be able to flow through was really important to me. So now moving downstairs, working on wallpaper. Now wallpaper was I went with this sort of different colours for each room. So we had white as the main colour for the family rooms and that sort of stuff, and then I had like this dark navy blue for the boys' bedroom, and then this sort of tealy blue for the girls' bedroom, and then really brown mauve sort of colour in the parents' bedroom. Just sort of grey. You guys can see it. To add a little bit of field. It's actually really funny. I'm I realize the carpet colors are shocking, so I'm just like, I'll just put metal in. It gives the right texture, right? So I'll just put metal in. So that's what I end up doing. Um, but I actually end up changing it because, as I noticed when I'm actually furnishing one of the rooms, is that it shines. So it does have a metal finish, and it just doesn't like it. So now I've moved on to a little bit of uh, landscaping. I suck at landscaping, I will tell you guys this now. So if you download this and you just don't like the landscaping, you can go ahead and change it. This will be on the library as soon as I figure out how to do that. Probably underneath my name Tassie Hero or uh, Tara 506. So we'll see what it's like. At the moment, I'm doing like this rock wall thing around the edge. I really like the idea of having like rocks built up on the edge of the pool as a feature. So I messed around with that. Now I'm messing around with roofing tiles, and as I've said before, I noticed a lot of the styles and designs. It's very minimal in the styles and designs of The Sims 4, and I think that's why you got to go and get yourself expansion packs and stuff. But for me, I don't have cash growing on trees. It took me over 7 years to get all the Sims 3 games, so it's going to take me longer to get the Sims 4 games. So we'll just see how it goes. If you guys like the audio, by the way, chuck a like down in the description. I'm using my new set of Turtle Beach headsets, which is they sound okay, but you guys be the judge of that. So yeah, at the moment I'm doing the kitchen. I'm trying to figure out where to put that damn sink. Because I'm just like, I can't put it next to the oven, I can't put it next to electricity. I wanted to put the microwave in the corner. I'm like, no, that won't work. I decided to put like a door there for whatever reason. I move it later, so don't you guys worry. I was having a huge issue with rotating and that sort of stuff. It's a whole new different thing for me. Some of the controls are completely different in The Sims 3, so it was very difficult for me. Well, we just lost footage just then. I think I got out of it for a second because I needed to search something up. But basically, just messing around with that. I love this part. I really wanted to give like a L-shaped lounge sort of look, and I've seen Deligracy do it before, so I stole her idea of doing it, and it turned out pretty good, I reckon. I was pretty happy with it. I was starting to notice that it was rather dull in some of the rooms, so I was trying to lighten it up with the different types of making the TV white for one thing, making the dining room, the coffee table underneath the TV white. But then I ended up changing it to like cabinets, that sort of thing, which turns out to be quite a nice TV set. So, excuse me. Sorry, guys. So I'm just messing around with that, and I had to raise up the TV so it would actually fit on the counter because it didn't snap into place. I'm putting these sort of the counters on the edge to give more area to like place things, that sort of stuff, and I'm just generally messing around with different like spots and of the thing. There I changed where the door is because it just didn't make any sense walking straight through the kitchen when you have a perfect big spot right there. Messing around the table. I wanted to put the table on an angle, change it up a little bit. Here I'm working with some artwork. I always suck at putting artwork in, so it was different to mess around with some of the things. I do use one of my favourite paintings of this whole game in one of the rooms. I couldn't help it. I'm a huge lover of this animal, so I had to put it somewhere. And you'll see that in a second. It is the last room that I actually furnished. So now we're working on the sort of hallway area. So just, a place where you can chuck your keys down when you get home from work, maybe, maybe you have a cold. There's a box of tissues to help you out. Check your face, check your reflection as you walk out the front door. Don't forget to water the plants as well. So just messing around with those ideas, and yeah. So now we're moving on to the boys' bedroom. So the teen boys' bedroom, and I really wanted to be like an area where he could chillax and do his homework. I get the feeling that he's very much he's gamer nerd slash guitar like not really guitar player. So I actually forgot to put the guitar in. I'll put it in later. But basically, just messing around with that, giving him like a plastered wall. It sort of reminded me of my wall because my wall has posters all over it, and I really wanted to have a similar sort of wall. Putting in some stands for his shoes, backpack, little bits and pieces to say yes, this is a teen boy's bedroom. I wanted to put some books on top of that, but they don't snap up on top of it, and it's either hovering or inside it. So, yeah. The last part that I put down there was some dirty laundry because every teen boy has dirty laundry. So yeah. I wanted to try and make an L-shaped desk here, but I kind of failed. So I ended up just doing two separate desks, executive desks. And just trying to put a bookshelf in and, not block the windows. So I ended up doing that and then just adding bits and pieces, You'll notice the music stuff in the hallway, and the idea was these guys are, music buffs. They enjoy their music, and they just generally there are artists and book writers and that sort of stuff. So the two people here, I've got an already created family for them as well, which you can also find on the gallery under my name. So just here doing the bathroom, sort of black grey theme. You got your toothbrush and your wash bay, that sort of stuff, and putting like the toilet rolls on. We had a huge issue why the toilet rolls weren't snapping into place, and just generally having a go at trying to make it a good there I put the guitar in trying to make the bathroom just a general family bathroom, what you'd expect in one. So now we've moved upstairs to the sort of family sort of mess around sort of room. I put the crappy TV that you'd have in here, and just messing around with the rugs and overlaying them and giving them like a different texture, and the crappy couch that got chucked up there because you didn't have enough room and that sort of thing. So now we're working on the master bedroom. I think Dad got home at this point. That's why the screen's just paused. It'll be back in a second. There we go. And I'm just trying to, change up. I didn't like that bed, so I changed it up and, tried to match the colour of the backs with the side tables and, mirror them up. And I wanted to have two different types of lamps to say, yeah, his, hers, one's they're both pretty feminine, but you get the point. Have a little bit of artwork in there, and a matching dresser, and men and women's perfume, and general stuff that you use to get ready for the morning. I put this over here because I couldn't put the candles on the dresser, so I put the candles on that little circular table instead. So yeah, so I just saved the game because I didn't want to lose it halfway through. There is a part where I'm furnishing and my whole game just freezes, and I'm just like, God, oh no. So now I'm working on the walk-in wardrobe, and it's just got his, her side, bit of her stuff, bit of his stuff, and you get the feeling that they're one of them's they both like bluish coloured clothing. But just things you'd find in a walk-in wardrobe, mirrors and boxes and that sort of stuff. I really wanted to use that bathtub in the ensuite, but it just didn't have enough room to do what I wanted to do. So I moved everything around and restyled it bits and pieces here and there, and just generally had a go at trying to make it a good bathroom. And so, but we had to end up, flipping it around and taking out sinks and having only one sink and that sort of thing. So I'd really tried to figure out what I wanted to do there. So, what are we doing at the moment? Yeah, just putting in, accessories, towels, that sort of thing, just to make it more homely and stuff. See, here I didn't really forget, I couldn't figure out how to fit everything in. So yeah, the second sink had to go, but my parents handle fine with just having one sink between them. So this is the final bedroom. This is the teen girl's bedroom. I imagine her as just coming into teenhood, so she's a bit childish. She still has her old desk. She still has her old bear in there. But she's generally still growing up. There's my favourite, absolute favourite art piece. I love sloths, so might have to call you guys the Sloth Army, but just generally adding in some artwork and that sort of stuff. Now I go through and add some lights because, God, the lighting was shocking. I put lights down here and then I realised, wait, it's split level, that doesn't work. So I deleted them and then realised that lights don't go all the way through into the second level. So I ended up using a lot of wall lights and lamps and that sort of stuff to do that. Putting some lights around the exterior. I might have to slow it down for next time because I can't keep up with this. Just doing generally trying to make the pool a bit different and changing the tiles. So black sort of grey tiles on the side and then blue sort of white tiles on the bottom. I finally put the bin in because I forgot before. So put the bin in. I think that's when my game crashed. Oh, sort of crashed, sort of didn't. Now, just, generally trying to figure out things, make sure everything's okay, overlooking all the things that I might have missed. So just, generally slowing down. Have a look. Here I put bins in, and you'll notice I put 3 bins in. Now, I don't know if it's just an Australian thing, but we have 3 bins. We have your recycling, we have your green bin, and then you have your just normal trash bin. And I really wanted to give that sort of feeling in it, so I put 3 different coloured bins in the side. So yeah, there's a couch in the backyard, and this resembles my backyard because we have just a random couch out there that Mum, she sunbakes on, and it's comfy, and you just chill out in the background with it. And I really like that idea of having a little couch out there. I wanted to make sort of like an outdoor sort of cooking area, so putting a few things out there and that sort of thing. More lights, terrain painting underneath the flowers and that sort of thing. And we're now getting towards the end of the build itself. Should be starting the photos any time soon. There we go. So now we're at the exterior photos. So this is the exterior, just generally showing you guys off that. I really like that carport and how it turned out, just the overall like feel of it, or the different windows giving a bit of character to the actual building. So that's the backyard, and I wish I could put like fences on the edge, but I can't. So this is the sort of entrance hall, just basic sort of stuff, sort of looking through the glass into the rest of it. I used a lot of glass on the edges to give a bit of character. Kids' bedroom, that sort of stuff, posters, just generally teenage sort of feeling. I should have put a bit more artwork into the study, but you guys can change that up if you want. Looking into the dining room, that is a shocking photo, don't know why it's in it. There's the music stuff, changing it up a little bit. General overlook of the actual like family and formal dining area, and just generally looking out at everything. Got the huge glass. I really wanted to incorporate that huge glass area, and you look up there and you can see everything. I like that photo. So that's the whole way to the stairs. The stairs to the left there. I'm just looking through into the kitchen. I actually nearly forgot to take the photos of the kitchen. So now we're just looking at the kitchen itself. You got your knives, you got your bottle of wine for when your friends come over. You can chill out. So yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed building it, even though it took 4 hours to build. And I hope to see you guys in whatever I do in the next, it might be vlog of a VC student, or it might be another video. If you did like this, please, hit that like button, smash it, share it to your friends. This video will be up in the gallery, like I've said before, so you guys can go check that out and download it if you want. But basically, I think that's been a wrap. It was a lot of effort, a lot of difficulty on my behalf, but we got there in the end, and I really enjoyed putting it together for you guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. And we're wrapping up in a second. Do I have anything else to share with you guys? No, I don't think so. So this has been Tazzy, and I am signing out. Peace, guys. Have a good night.